Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathanyel. The Israelites have been scattered across the four corners of the earth, as prophesied in Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter. Here in Israel United in Christ, we need your help to recover the remnant of our people, teach them the gospel. Please help us, support us, and join or donate to the Booster Club today. Shalom.
Do is teach our people who they are, but there comes something with that. So when somebody asks your nationality, what would you say now? What's your nationality? What race of people do you come from? Now that you done heard all that, what are you now? So you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Now there's a requirement of you. Give me that Deuteronomy 10 and 12, because it's not just knowing. You got to also do something now. You got to do something because you want to please God, right? You want to get to the kingdom of heaven, right? Read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God.
So you say you got to fear God, you got to walk in all his ways, you got to love him. And he's going to sum it up on how you do that. Read.
With all thy heart, and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the...
Say to what?
To keep the commandments of the...
You got to do what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So it said, now that you know that you're an Israelite, you must start keeping the commandments of the Lord. Name me some commandments that you know. He just taught you the Sabbath day. That was one commandment. Hey, my brother with the plaid shirt, name me a commandment. Name me some of these commandments that we go to church and learn. You got one for me, brother? What's a command? That should not steal. That should not kill. Those are good ones. Do we follow those? No. What else we got?
Overeat.
Glutton. That's one. Okay. All praise to the Most High. Let me give you one that you might not know that you keeping right now. Give me Leviticus 19. Give me Leviticus 19. No, first go to 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. Because we gotta get the brother out of sin right now. Read what you got.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man...
Start at verse 1.
Verse 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
So Paul said, be followers of me as I am of Christ. So that let you know we're not up here speaking our own words. We followers of Christ. That's what we doing. We Christ-like. When somebody say they're a Christian, they supposed to be following Christ. Doing what Christ say. Because Paul just said, be ye followers of me, because I'm a follower of Christ. Read. Jump to verse 3 now.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
It said the head of every man is Christ. You hear me, bro? So who your head? Christ. Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
It said the head of the woman is the man. Is that going on now in our community? Or is the woman ruling the man? Now, the woman is ruling the man, but is that doing something great for our community, or that's detrimental to our community? It's detrimental because you got a lot of brothers, young brothers, they got their mom's spirit on them, meaning they're sensitive. So they quick to draw a gun on somebody for no reason. That comes from having an effeminate spirit on you that we get from our mothers. Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
So he just set the order. So it goes God, Christ, man, then woman, then the children. Read on.
Every man.
Now it's finna deal with the man real quick. Stay with me, Mike. Stay with me. He's finna deal with the man real quick.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered.
Having his physical head covered, because right now you're in the midst of prophecy. So it said, every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered,
dishonoreth his head.
What that mean right there, Mike? It said, every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonored his head. Who was the man's head? Christ, right? So by us having our physical head covered, when the prophecies are coming out, who are we dishonoring? We dishonoring Christ, right? So what should we do? Don't you want to honor Christ? So how he's showing you how to honor him right now. Read it again. Just read it again. Maybe read it a little slower.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered.
Now, what does a hat do? Cover your head, right? Read.
Dishonoreth his head. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
So your hat covers your head, right? So what are you doing right now? Are you honoring Christ right now? So what should you do if you want to honor Christ? So what you gonna do? James 1:22. Hold that, James 1:22. What you gonna do? That's the question. We went into slavery because we didn't keep the commandments. Now, having your head covered when the scriptures come out is breaking a commandment. Don't you want to fix what we done messed up already? So what should you do? What you gonna do? You keep saying it. Hey, read that. Hey, read that. That's wool. That's your natural wool. Don't be ashamed of that. That's your natural wool. Read what you read that.
The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 22. Be ye doers of the word.
Be what?
Be ye doers of the word.
It said be ye doers. So you know what to do. It says be ye doers of the word.
And not hearers only.
And don't just hear the word. Actually do what the word says to do, brother. We went into slavery for this. I know you tired of turning on the news, seeing somebody look just like you getting gunned down. Seeing somebody look like you just get arrested. This is one sign of repentance right there. So what you gonna do? Ball is in your court, as they say. Right now, you can honor Christ or you can continue dishonoring Christ. Ball is in your court right now. What you gonna do?
I can't start buying no hat. You gonna have to start more than that by a hat.
Hey, that's the first step right there. That's a step. What? Read it again. Go back to go back to James 1:22.
James 1 and verse 22. Be ye doers of the word.
It said, be ye doers of the word. Now, what was the word that we supposed to be doing? Go back to 1 Corinthians. Read that.
Verse 3, 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
As simple as that. You take your hat off when the scriptures is coming out. Right. So what you want to do is say, be ye doers of the word. You said you want to see a change, right? Don't you want to see a change? That's a quick change right there. What you gonna do?
I tell you, I would be ready to go inside the church.
This is the church right now. You in the church right now. You in the midst of prophecy. See, what day is church? He went over this with you. I just want to make sure you got it because sometimes we go a little fast. What day do you go to church on? You go to church on Sunday, so you already wrong right there. Read what you got. What you hold? So you already in church right now. Read it. He got it.
Acts chapter 7 and verse 38. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness.
Now, he just went over to what Moses was talking to the children of Israel in the wilderness. You think they was in a building? Was they in a building? So they was in church in the wilderness. So you in church right now. You in the midst of church right now. So what should you do? Knowing that you was going to Sunday church, you found out that was wrong. Now you found out that the Most High Sabbath day is the seventh day. My sister, you hear that? The Most High Sabbath day is what day, sis? It's Saturday. So why do we go to church then on Sunday, sis? All praise when you go to church. Come deal with me when you come out the soul, sis. Come deal with me when you come out the soul. Huh? Hey, don't run from the Bible, man. The word is gonna save your life, man. Give me that Proverbs. This is life right here we trying to give. We trying to pump life back into our community because we dead. You seen that show, The Walking Dead? That's what we are. We the Walking Dead, because if we don't keep God's commandments, when he set off those nuclear bombs, what's gonna happen to us? We're gonna be physically dead, because right now we spiritually dead because we don't know. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and verse 2. Keep my commandments and live.
What you gotta do?
Keep my commandments and live.
Don't you want to live, bro? It said, so we went over a commandment with you. Just removing of the hat. It said, keep my commandments and live, and what?
And my law as the apple of thine eye.
So the law is supposed to be at the forefront of your mind. Keeping God's commandments, because if you don't keep his commandments, what you think come with that? Give me in Romans 6. What you think comes with that if you don't keep his commandments? Huh? Punishment. What kind of punishment? We're gonna go over it, because we gotta show you that there is a judgment for everything that we do. Hey, my brother is getting in the car. Did you know there's a judgment for everything that we do on this earth? Did y'all know that? Read that.
The book of Romans, chapter 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death.
The wages of sin is what?
Is death.
You gonna let a hat kill you, bro? Hey, sis, come here for a second, sis. You gonna let a hat kill you, bro?
He ain't killed me yet. Yeah.
He ain't killed you yet. Give me that in, what was that, Ecclesiastes? Yeah, bring that out. Bring that out, because you think since he ain't did it yet, that he forgot about it. He forgot about you. You the one guy that slipped through the cracks?
Right.
You ain't slipped through those cracks. Read that.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
So since when we commit sin, the judgment don't happen right away, we think we got away with it. You think we get away from God? You think we can get away from God? You think we that fast we can run from what God said to do? You just said that he ain't got you yet. Read.
Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Because he don't judge us right away, we think we can do what we want. But we can't. Because that payment is going to come.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.